I'm more handsome with short hair? Well, sorry. Mustafa, it is 10:44 a.m. You're trying to pick a lock. Well, that sounds like a fun job. Hello, Ruslan. Good to see you. Hello, Teacher AS. Thank you. Hello, Rama. I'm drinking iced coffee. I'm doing okay. We're all doing okay, aren't we? Let me turn my volume up. That's better. You have 2 questions about etymology. Sure, you can ask them here. Thank you for asking, Ruslan. Hello, Dorothy Shin Chao. Hello, Spectre. Good to see you. Hello, Ryan. Sybil, today's live stream, I'm glad you asked if there's a topic. Sometimes I do have a topic, and I like to keep on my topic only. But today, on this live stream, it's just called A Friend in Every Corner, Global English Conversations. So any question is really, really okay. Any topic is really okay, except for religion and politics. We don't talk about those things. So if you want to talk about English, you can. If you want to ask about English, you can. If you want to talk about culture, that's great. We can talk about food. We can talk about music, life. So you want to know about column and tower. Okay. Well, column comes from, I think it's the word columnus. Let's see. Columna, pillar. It's a Latin word. Column is a Latin word originally, and it originally means a pillar, right? A pillar, because Latin and Greek, or I should say Roman and Greek culture, they had a lot of pillars in their architecture, right? They built buildings with pillars, columns. Okay, so columns are a really important part of both Greek and Roman architecture. All right, and let's see. What was the other word? Tower. Let's look at tower. Tower comes from the Latin word turris, 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 which means a tower, a citadel, a high structure. So the word tower and the word column both come from Latin words that mean the same thing, pretty much. So those words, their original meaning is still the same as it was thousands of years ago. What is the difference in pronunciation between axe Axe and ox. Ox. Ah, 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 ah. Axe, ox. Ryan, I don't know who Jake Miller is. Who is Jake Miller? I'm hanging in there, Spectre. Hello, Lily. Hello, Teacher Amethyst. Being shy, is it against the English language? Zebra, I would say being shy is against learning any language. Language is about communicating with people. You can't communicate with people well if you're shy. So I think shyness is something that you must put away. If you are a shy person, okay, I'm not telling you you can't be shy in life. That's fine if you're a shy person. I don't really see any value in it. But in language learning, if you want to learn language, English, German, French, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, you can't really incorporate shyness and learning together with language. Okay? Because language is about communicating. So you have to get rid of your shyness. Okay? Can I teach you what is the best way to learn English very fast? Alex, dedicate yourself to learning English in every way that you possibly can. That's the best way. The fastest way is to get books, get videos, get apps, get live streams, get teachers, get friends, get family, get YouTube, get voice rooms, get anything that you can possibly get for learning English. Okay? And then you need to make a plan. You need to make 8 different plans. You need to have a plan for reading, a plan for writing, a plan for speaking, a plan for listening, a plan for thinking in English, a plan for grammar, a plan for vocabulary, and a plan for pronunciation. Okay? That's the fastest way. What you wanted me to tell you, Alex, is the easy way. But there is no easy way to learn anything well. That's why we respect people who learn. So learning can never just become easy. Knowledge has value only if it's not easy. So, there is no easy way, but if you do what I just told you, that's the fastest way. You have to become obsessive. You have to be obsessed with learning English. Hello, Jessica Georgina Clarista. That's a pretty name. Wazim wants me to pronounce the word opinion. 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 Some people pronounce it with a stronger O in the beginning, opinion, but really a lot of people pronounce it with a more of an sound in the beginning. Opinion, opinion. Do I think more people these days are sad in their lives compared to my childhood times? That's a difficult question to answer. I think that life has become necessarily more complicated through our understanding of the world and our growth in technology. And the more complicated life becomes, the more difficult it is to maintain being content and happy. Simplicity is the secret of happiness, but I just don't always think that that comports with evolving growth in life. To comport means it doesn't work with it. It doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. So life gets necessarily more complicated through our knowledge and our technology. And it becomes necessarily more difficult to maintain happiness because of that. Okay, tower is more related to citadel. Yeah, towers are a part of a citadel. Towers are the tall parts, the structures of the citadel for looking out far. That's correct. Yeah. Although, Ruslan, early citadels were basically just towers. You know, sometimes a tower is the citadel itself. It's just a tower. That's it. He's a singer from L.A. Well, I'm not familiar with him, Ryan. Can you learn 20 words every day and remember them? Is it possible? Yeah, it's very possible, but you have to have a good system for learning. Don't just learn random words and don't memorize, because that's the worst way to learn words. Okay? Ting Budong. Ni hao. 我是马克老师。我觉得，如果你听我，每天听我，每天看我，加油，你试试看。有时候你听不懂我说什么，因为我说，我的英文就是一点难的，一点快，一点快。可是有时候我说简单的英文，所以我觉得你听得懂。OK？ Taylor Swift is in Madrid for a concert and the city is locked because of it? Yeah. I think Taylor needs to wrap it up pretty soon, to be honest. I think she's amazing. I think she's great. But I think she has become, quite honestly, too much. Quite honestly, too much. And just once I want to see somebody go out on top. She's practically a billionaire now. I think she needs to find a way to tone it down. It's out of control. It's out of control. I don't get it, to be honest. I think it's become less about music and more about a culture, and that's interesting, but bring it down a notch. Bring it down a notch. Take a break for a while, maybe, you know? Like, that would be a good thing. Take a break for a while. Or do a project, like a different project. Just do something, collaborate with some other musicians or something completely different, you know? Break out of your comfort zone and do something very different. You know, maybe she should do what Lady Gaga did and do like jazz, you know, do a jazz group for a little while. That would be good. You know, I think that she's gone as far as she needs to go at this point, and now it's just out of control. Sorry for the noise, everybody. We're cleaning here in the house. She made a song with Post Malone. Yeah, okay, that's not exactly what I meant. That's not really... I'm not a big fan of Post Malone, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of almost anybody with face tattoos. I just think face tattoos, it's an immediate sign that you have problems. You have issues. Nobody with Nobody who has good, solid grounding in their mind gets a face tattoo. You just don't. So I think maybe, yeah. And here's the thing. Post Malone is already famous. That's putting two famous people together. No, she should do something risky. Go find a band that's not famous and do something with them. That I would respect, Post Malone doesn't need any more fame, and she doesn't either. So, but there are literally millions of bands around the world that are just as good as Taylor Swift and better than Post Malone, but not famous. So go bring some of that to those people who need something, What is my favorite band? I don't have a favorite band, Ruslan. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite food, and I don't have a favorite band. But I do like Pink Floyd. However, Roger Waters has kind of gone off the deep end. I think Roger needs to calm down a little bit. I think his head has gotten a little bit big. He's a very smart man, but he's been saying some pretty stupid things recently. Yeah, I'm not a big Justin Bieber fan either. And I don't know who Kid Laroi is. No idea. Your favorite band is Blackpink. That's a Korean band, right? Okay, let's see. Hello, Mehmet. Hello, Omar. Can you ask me about my heritage? Sure. My father's family is originally from... My father's heritage, I should say. On my father's side of the family, we're from Slovakia. My mother's side of the family were from Ireland and England. IU says, sometimes I get lost. I forget how to explain in English even a very simple sentence. That happens to everyone. Language is an art. Language is an art. It takes practice. You just need to do it more. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. The more comfortable you become, the more you're able to explain things in many different ways, not just one. Aragon says, how to be more confident in speaking with native English speakers? Aragon, that's very easy. Relax. You're just talking. Why should you be nervous about talking to someone? Just talk. If you're nervous about lions or tigers or bears or sharks, that's normal. It's normal to be nervous about those things. It's not normal to be nervous about speaking to new people. They're just people. They're not going to eat you. So just relax. Just relax. It's not as complicated as you think. It's not as difficult as you think. Your fear is what's making it hard. That's all. Mara, I'm from the United States. I'm from Ohio. You feel I look like Cam. I don't know who Cam is. Oh, from Modern Family, I'm fat? Is that what you're saying? Well, thanks, Sybil. Wasim says, what should we do instead of memorizing then? Read. Reading is a great way to learn vocabulary. Okay, read books, read articles, read things and learn new words in those things. Contextual learning is a good way to learn. And learn etymology. That's a good way to learn new words. Learn where the words come from. If you find out where the word comes from, a lot of times the words have interesting stories about where they come from. And if you know the interesting story, you will remember the word. Do I like Blackpink? I don't know. Probably not. I'm not a big fan of K-pop in general because two reasons. One, I like bands that play instruments. I want to see a band with musicians who play actual instruments, guitars, drums, keyboards. I don't want to go see anyone who's just singing and dancing. If it's just singing and dancing, I'm not interested. Not at all. I want to see actual musicians playing. Now, if Blackpink can play instruments and they do live when they perform, then that I would like to see. But in general, K-pop is mostly just dancers and singers with background music that I'm not interested in. No. And I also, no offense to the Korean culture, I kind of feel like K-pop is just a little bit too pretty. Everything is about looks. You know? They're all models. You know? If you only see pretty people, then you can trust it's not about art. Okay? Because some of the greatest music ever made was made by ugly people. Okay? What does feast mean? Hello, Alward. Feast means a very, very large meal. Like, feast is a meal, a giant meal for a festival or celebration, right? So if you make a lot of food, then you're having a feast. I have Irish eyes. Okay. All right. Hello, Anish. It's not easy to speak English with native speakers. It's easy to speak English with some native speakers. Some native speakers don't know how to talk to people who aren't native. That's true. So find some other people to talk to. Find someone who is easy to talk with. Okay? Mikio, do you mean Oasis? Oasis, the British band? I think you mean Oasis. I kind of like some of their music, but I also think they're a little bit whiny. Sana wants to ask about singing. What about singing? Nakang says non-native speakers are nervous about speaking to native speakers because they worry native speakers will judge them on their English. That's true. It does happen sometimes. But, again, which is worse? Bears, lions, tigers, sharks, or being judged by someone? One of the most important things in life is to develop enough confidence as a person that you don't care about other people judging you. Care more about your improvement. Care more about your self-confidence than you do about someone else's view of you. Okay? Sana, I see you keep saying you're here to ask about singing. What about singing? Type your question. Type your question. Type your question. They sing live and Rose can play. Yeah, they sing live, but lots of people can sing. I want to see instruments. If they can't play an instrument, then... no. Guitar and piano, that's good. That's one of them. But I want to see the drummer. I want to see the bass player. I want to see the keyboardist or the pianist. I want to see the guitarist. I want to see a band. I like bands. K-pop is not really bands. They're just singing groups with dancing. That's not a band. A band has musicians. Okay? What is denouement, or do you mean denouncement? I think you mean denouncement. How long will I broadcast today? Probably for about another 40 minutes or so. How should you start for the first time singing? Pick a song and start shadowing that song, you know? That's what I would do, is just pick a song and start trying to sing like it. Okay? Roger Waters off the deep end. Is that a Freudian slip? No. Off the deep end means he went a little bit nuts. When somebody goes off the deep end, it means they're a little too crazy. And yeah, some of his opinions, some of his views, I just think are a bit off the deep end at this point. And he seems far, far too confident about his views to the point of arrogance. If I find myself on a desert island, which 3 things will I take with me? Well, Ruslan, are you asking a survival question, or are you asking a question about like hobby type things, right? Like a book, right? If I'm on a desert island, and then I need 3 things that will help me survive, like a knife and a fire starter and a pot. A knife, a fire starter, and a pot. Those would be the 3 things I take if I was trying to survive. If you're just trying to talk about, like, okay, surviving is not a problem, then I would want at least one good book, you know. I think I would choose a book about... Yeah, a pot for boiling water or cooking. Yeah. I don't know. I would choose a book, but I don't know what book. Hello, Carolina. How did I learn English? I'm from the United States, so I learned it the way everybody did here, in school. What's my favorite color? Probably blue. How can you crack the TOEFL without coaching classes? You must make your own coaching classes. Study hard, Wanderlust. If you want secrets that are like, oh, well, here's one easy way to do everything, that doesn't exist. Stop asking. Life is about figuring out how to solve problems yourself, but that doesn't mean that there is some secret magic way. It means you have to be diligent. To be diligent means to try hard, to be dedicated, to focus. How would I know about who, Anna? How would I know about who? Have I ever experienced stage fright? Yeah, when I was younger, yeah. The first, couple of years when I was performing music, yeah, I had stage fright. I don't have a favorite food. I think my favorite fruit is probably mango. Can you increase your vocabulary with American music? Mariana, you can, but I don't think it's a very effective way. So sana denouement. Why do you want that word? Nobody needs to know that word. Sana, focus on stuff that's useful, Sana. That's not useful, man. That's not useful. There are a million words that you could learn that are much more useful than focusing on denouement. Okay? I just don't see why you need that word. I think you're wasting your time spending time on that instead of spending time on... It's like, okay, if you don't know how to do basic math really well and algebra really well, then you shouldn't be working on advanced math. You're wasting your time. Focus on using practical math first. Then you can do advanced theoretical math. Okay? Hello, Bin. Mira says, I struggle with grammar when I'm talking. It doesn't come at the appropriate grammar in my mind when I'm talking. What can I do to prevent this? Mira, one, life is not a grammar test, so don't worry about it that much. Okay? In most cases, I would say most of the time, your grammar is not going to change the meaning of what you're saying so much so that people won't understand you at all. Okay? But, Mira, you should try to do some writing. Do a journal for 1 month, and then look at your journal writing and figure out what are your most common English grammar mistakes. You probably have between 3 and 5 common mistakes that you make all the time. And if you fix those common mistakes, that will solve most of your grammar problems when you're speaking. Okay? Okay, be patient. There are like 150 comments I haven't read. Just be patient. Where did I pick my name? You mean what name? Mark? My parents chose that for me. Hello, Mohammed. Where will my next vacation be? Well, I hope to go to Europe for my first time. And yes, Dylan, hello. I am a native speaker. I'm from the United States. Oshime Goren. Marwa, we don't talk about politics here, but I'll just give a simple answer of yes. But that's all we're going to talk about. Okay? Hello, Bakari. Hello, Tanya. Thank you. The best way to remember new words deeply is to learn them deeply. So find the history of where the word comes from. Read some example sentences that use the word. Write 5 or 10 example sentences that use the word, right? You're a literature student, Sana. Well, then here. Wait a minute. Ah, no, no, no. Hate when that happens. Here is a link about denouement. Read it there, okay? Okay, please be patient. There are a bunch of questions I still need to answer. Hello, Kelvin. Thank you. Hello, Daniel from Angola. Rula, if you want some tips for learning English, go to my YouTube channel, and you can find lots and lots of videos about it there, okay? Hello from Azerbaijan, Azerbaijani girl. What's the difference between used to and would when you're talking about past habits that you don't do anymore? Sometimes nothing. I used to do this. We would do that. I would do this. They both can be used interchangeably in many situations. Try to remember, Sala, in English, there are many, many, many ways to say the same exact thing. So sometimes you're looking for a difference when there is none. Okay? Language often, especially English language is often about what we call writer's license or author's choice, which means you can choose to say however you want to say it. I might say it with different words, but mean the same thing. Okay? What is a suggestion for a medium-level English learner? That's kind of a hard question to answer. Go to my YouTube channel. Again, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find lots of tips about learning English. Okay? Hello. You're in Korea. Well, konnichiwa and annyeonghaseyo. Hello, Enter. Hello, Lemon. I'm changed from last year. I'm changed from yesterday. I change every day. Don't you? I will look very different next year, and I will look very different the year after that. It's called getting older. A long time ago, I found a new crazy method to learn languages. Go to YouTube and search 100 everyday phrases in your chosen language you want. Okay, yeah, that's a good way to start. I think that's a good way to start dipping your toes into the language. Sure. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Sebastian. Hello, Fatih. Hello, OK. Would is not always a model, Sana. No. We used to go to the movies. We would go to the movies. That's the same. In 1984, we used to go to the movies every weekend. In 1984, we would go to the movies every weekend. Same. Okay? What do I think about the Duolingo app? Would is only used as a model if you're talking about the future, not the past. That's not the way I would see it in the past. Using would in the past is just describing a previous behavior, not necessarily a modeled behavior. Duolingo's pretty good. I used to use it a long time ago. How can I understand for what I'm talking about is would in past or not? Well, because you'll give them a time period. You'll say, like I just said, in 1984, we would do this often. I gave a time. Now you know. Okay? But if I say, tomorrow, we would like to go to the park, I said tomorrow. Now you know. It's tomorrow. Okay? Nahid, how can you improve your speaking? Well, you need to speak more. You need to understand that reading and writing and listening help you with your speaking. When you write, you can improve your grammar, which can improve your speaking. When you read, you can see examples of how the language is used, so you can improve your speaking. When you listen, you can listen to the way people speak, which can improve your speaking. And also, I would suggest that you start practicing thinking in English every day, Nahid. The more comfortable you become with the language in your mind, the more comfortable you are with your mouth. Okay? Language starts in the mind. Your mind is a language practice room. Why are you not using it? Teach the IELTS, please. Mana, I don't really teach the IELTS. I only do that if you pay me. If you pay me, maybe I can teach you the IELTS. But teaching IELTS is that's a very difficult and focused thing, and it's not for everyone. So I only do that for private lessons and private students. Okay? Hello, Alina. Bonjour. Azerbaijani, you must copy and paste the link to my YouTube channel. Don't just click it. You have to copy it and paste it. Okay? If you copy it and paste it, then it will work. Okay? Am I Jewish? No, I'm not Jewish. Why would you think that? What kind of a question is that anyway? Hello, Harim. Hello, Love English. Welcome back, Gabriel. No, I'm not from California. 我住在俄亥俄州，在美国中部。How am I still on this app? I'm always active. It's part of my job. I said what so fast, Leon? Do I like The Lone Ranger? Well... You mean the movie from 2013? Goodbye, Tania. Wanan. Please call my name, Teacher Mark. I think well, it says on my screen, it says enter, but I don't know if that's correct because sometimes HelloTalk is weird and it translates your name to an English word. So I don't know. Write your name in your chat and then I'll say it. Thank you, all word. Can I give you a self-study program? Sure. Go to my YouTube channel, and there's one video called Teacher Mark's Essential English Tips. Go there and watch that video, and you can develop a learning plan based on that video. Okay? Roslyn wants me to explain eat milestone. I've never heard that. I know what milestone is, but where did you see eat milestone? Can you start learning for the TOEFL even if you're at A2? Sure, you can start. Yeah, of course you can. What does get over yourself mean? Get over yourself is a common English phrase, a common slang phrase that basically means you're being selfish, you're being arrogant and selfish. So, or you're being too difficult about something. So when we say get over yourself, it means, hey, stop making this so difficult. Stop making this about you. Get over yourself so that we can move on. Okay? You saw it in project management. That's weird. A milestone just means a marker of progress, right? So literally, a milestone is a stone that we use to place every mile or so, right? And so sometimes we also call it a mile marker. So, but I've never seen someone say eat milestone before. That's kind of odd. Let's see. Thank you, Marwa. Hello, Jagadish. Yes, I remember you from my voice room. You watched a few hundred movies and TV shows, but you still didn't see visible improvements. Why? Because watching TV and movies is not about learning. If watching TVs and movies was a good way to learn, then when we go to school, they would just let us watch TV and movies. Do they let you watch TV when you go to school in China? 不行。如果你要学，你需要学，不可以看电视、看电影，不行。But, Alyssa, if you want to learn from TV and movies, then do a search online for the word transcript. A transcript is a printout of all of the words in that TV show or movie. Print out the words, print them, and hold them in your hands. And then when you're watching the TV show, if you see a new vocabulary word, you can circle it. If you don't know how to pronounce something, you can circle it and practice it. If you see a phrase that you want to do or remember, you can circle it. You can make notes if you have a transcript. So, every American TV show, every American movie has a transcript for free online. Type in the name of the TV show or movie, type in the word transcript, and you will find it. Download it, print it out, study it, use it for notes. Okay? But you cannot learn any language well just from watching TV or movies, in my opinion. Okay? Miriam, no, it doesn't mean don't be hard on yourself. It means you're being too selfish about something. If somebody says, hey, get over yourself, it means you're getting on my nerves. You're making this too difficult. You need to stop whatever you're doing and stop whining and stop complaining and just do it. Okay, that's what get over yourself means. Have I heard about the James Carter book, The 1% Method? I don't know about that one, so I can't comment on it. I'll look it up later. Your name is Tomorrow? Okay, well, hello, Tomorrow. Konnichiwa. Can I sing? I can, but not well. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can. There you go. LOVE. How to speak with an American accent? Well, New York accent is very different from a California accent. California accent is very similar to mine. You love to watch videos to learn English with POC English. Do I know him? No. How to say small species hobby in English? Huh? 是什么？我不知道。Sala, here. But Sala, remember what I said, Sala. There are many people here. Sometimes I can't answer all of your questions because you have too many. Okay? I know you want to learn, and that's very admirable, but you must be patient. You must be patient, okay? Get off your high horse. It is a little similar to get over yourself. I'd say a little bit. A little bit. Get off your high horse means you're being too arrogant. You're being condescending. If you're on your high horse, when you sit on a horse, you're way up high and you're looking down on people, right? So it means you're being condescending and arrogant. Okay? Can you improve your speaking skills without practicing with others? Yes, but you have to think in English every day a lot. The best way to avoid using too many filler words? Well, start practicing using the best filler word of all. The best filler word of all is nothing. Silence is the best filler word. Okay? What does I-O mean? That depends on the situation you're in. Sometimes it means in, out. But it depends on where did you see I.O. Does listening to podcasts help? It can if you listen to good podcasts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm frozen. What just happened? Ooh, that was weird. Sorry about that, everybody. Hello, Rapid. I'm okay. Is the internet a curse or a blessing? It's a blessing and a curse, as are most things. Thank you, Ruslin. Okay, please be patient. Hello, Tomo. Hello, Ahad. Apparently, Anna doesn't like my singing. Alyssa, watching TV in movies is watching TV in movies. Learning is learning. If you want to learn, then you have to focus on learning. You just want to be lazy and just watch TV and call it learning. No. If I told you I want to learn Chinese just from watching Chinese TV shows, would you say, okay? No, you would not. No, you would not. Okay? You can't do that. It's one way, but it's not the only way. So what else are you doing to learn English? What else are you doing to study, Alyssa? You need to do more. Can I sing songs from Robbie Williams? No, because I don't know who he is. There are many ways to learn English. There are many, many ways. Hello, Belen, again. At last you're home. 1 hour on the road because of traffic and your kids waiting for you desperately with 32 degrees. Ouch. I have never been to Hawaii. No. I/O can also mean information operations, but I don't know. Again, where are you seeing that? I don't know what I/O paid classes are. Where did you see that, Jagadish? Sala, go to my live streams and watch and learn. It's not that hard. Just watch videos and make notes and try to make a plan, everybody. Learning is not as difficult as you are making it. If you want to learn something, learning is a battle. It's a fight. If you want to win a fight, you need a plan. You need a strategy. So sit down and make a plan and a strategy for how you can learn something. Okay? It's basically explaining why it's very useful to do 1% each day to complete more efficiently. Well, that's interesting. I kind of think 1% is a little low. What's the difference between toilet, washroom, bathroom in your daily life? Washroom and bathroom are pretty much the same thing. Some people say washroom, some people say restroom, some people say bathroom. They basically mean the same thing in America. Okay? Toilet is the word that actually means matong. Okay? So, some people do say I need to go to the toilet, but they should say I need to go to the restroom or washroom or bathroom. Okay? We think that if you say go to the toilet or use the toilet, that seems a little bit too much information. We don't need to know what you're doing there. So just say washroom or bathroom or restroom. Okay? The original word toilet actually comes from the word toil. To toil means to work on something that's very difficult. And women mostly, but men also, would go to the washroom or restroom to toil about their looks, to put on their clothes. It took a long time ago, to put on your makeup and your clothes and do your hair and all that. So you would toil in the toilet. Hello, hater. What does it mean to let sleeping dogs lie? It means, don't bother. Just leave it alone. Yeah, to let sleeping dogs lie means don't bother it. Just let it be. It's probably best to not bother that thing or not talk about it or not bring it up. Just let it go. Hello from Macau. A good source to learn idioms is idioms.com. That's easy. Hello, Tomas. How to learn through videos, Angelita. Angelita, what kind of videos? Do I think learning something brand new is a challenge with the soul? Well, that's an interesting question, Islam. In general, I would say no. I think your soul is designed to be challenged. I think if you don't challenge your soul, that's a bigger problem. Challenging your soul is how we really learn about right and wrong and good and bad and proper and improper. So, no, I think learning is almost always a good thing, even if it happens in bad ways, sometimes. Okay? Angelita, if you want to learn English, you need to do more than just watch videos. Okay? You cannot just watch videos. Okay? You just can't. All right? You need to do reading. You need to do writing. You need to do listening. You need to do speaking. You need to practice thinking in English. You need a good grammar book. Okay, if you want to learn English, then you must really try to learn. There are no secret ways. There's no easy way. Learning is learning. Okay? If you want to learn from videos, one, make sure you're watching good videos. Okay? The word furnace, the etymology of furnace. Let's take a look. Furnace comes from the Latin word fornacem, which means an oven or a kiln. So the word furnace comes from an early Latin word that means an oven. Okay? Or a kiln. A kiln, K-I-L-N, is it's an oven for making pottery. Okay, or making hardened clay things. Hardened clay bricks or pots or things like that. That's a kiln. Okay? What do I mean by good videos? I mean that YouTube is full of crap. 98% of the things on YouTube are garbage. Just because someone is a native speaker doesn't mean they have anything good to say, 1. Doesn't mean they're a good teacher, 2. And 3, doesn't mean that they speak well. So you shouldn't learn from people who don't speak well. Okay, so good videos means a video that has good educational value. But not every video does, and you need to be able to make that assessment when you watch it. Does this person use the language well? Is the vocabulary good for your learning? Is the level good for your learning? Is the pronunciation clear? That's what I mean by good videos. Okay? Hello, Kayer. Gavi says, how to overcome being nervous before an interview. Gavi, interviews are all about confidence. If you want a job and you have an interview, you're not going to get that job if you're not confident. Here's what you need to do. You need to think about when someone wants to hire someone, when they want to hire somebody for a job, they need help. That boss needs help. You need to look like you can help. If you don't look like you can help, you're not going to get the job. It's that simple. So when they ask you, can you do this thing, you shouldn't say, oh, I don't know. I think I might be able to do it. I don't know. Maybe. I could maybe. No, that's not confident. That's not help. You need to say, yeah, I think I can do that. I would like to do that for you. Okay? Oh, okay, let's see. Hello, Lala. Ring a bell or doesn't ring a bell? Yeah, that rings a bell means I think I remember that. Like, ding. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Or that doesn't ring a bell means I can't remember that. I didn't hear a bell go ding. Oh, right? Like the light goes on in your head. Okay? That rings a bell means I think I remember that. That sounds familiar. That doesn't ring a bell means I don't think I remember that. That doesn't sound familiar. Hello, Jenna. Xin chào. Thank you, Tomas. Always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure. Okay, so I know I didn't invite anybody on stage to talk with me today. I wasn't really feeling like it today. Okay, I just wanted to help a bunch of people in the chat. All right, I know lots of you want to practice talking with me, but I talked to a lot of people last night. I did a new voice room last night, and it was very successful, so I'm going to do that again soon. I have a new voice room. Well, let me see here. Where was it? Last night, I did a voice room called Teacher Mark's English Conversation Practice Room. And in that voice room, what I'm going to do is I will choose a topic, and I have a bunch of questions, and I will invite you on stage and ask you that question. So last night, the topic was food, one of my favorite topics. And I asked questions like, do you have a favorite restaurant in your neighborhood? Do you like to cook? Why or why not? Do you like street food or fancy food in expensive restaurants? Things like that. Okay? So, if you want to talk to me, that's a better place to do it. But I sometimes do it here too. Okay? Yeah, I don't understand why people go to the voice rooms more than they go to the live streams. It's very weird. I'm not sure why. I had 250 new followers last night. An hour and a half, 250 new followers. But when I do live streams, maybe I get 50 or 100. But I prefer live streams. I prefer live streams. Thank you, Aslam. Shukran. Hello, Angela. Good to see you. Welcome back. Hello, honey. Hello, happy. Is it good to watch the live stream every day to improve your hearing? Alan, it's good to watch live streams if it's someone who speaks well. Yeah. Yeah. If you can go to my YouTube channel, I know you're in China, but, you know. 我觉得你可以用 YouTube， 如果你知道什么好特别的魔法，你可以用特别的魔法。Thank you, Bakker. Yeah, I agree, Tomas. Maybe it's because most of the live streams, I don't know. Like I have my special microphone. I have a nice camera. I use my computer to do a lot. So it could be that most people who do live streams, the quality is maybe worse. I don't know. Is that possible? I don't really watch or listen to anybody else, so I don't really know. Sounds fishy means sounds suspicious. That's right. Yeah. Because, Bellin, when fish is fresh, it smells clean and good like the ocean. But when fish is not fresh, then it smells like, ooh, maybe that's not good fish. So you make the same face, right? If you have bad old fish and it smells, then ooh, that's fishy. When you hear something suspicious or you see something suspicious, you say that looks fishy or that sounds fishy, like an old fish. Okay? Will I teach someone English in the live stream? Yeah, that's kind of what I do, Ruby. Today is just about answering questions, any questions. Most of your questions are about English, though. But I like to talk about culture and food and music, history, travel. I like to talk about many things. Okay? But you can also go to my website. If you want private lessons, go to my website, afiecenglish.com. I am an English teacher. I have about 30 years experience. I have almost 69,000 followers on HelloTalk. I think I'm still maybe the #1 recommended teacher here. I think, maybe. So, if you want lessons, go to my website. You can get lessons. Okay? 对啊，好特别的魔法。Now, I don't mind your expressions, Bellin. Expressions are good in English. They're fun to learn. Thank you, Lala. Hello, Sala. I'm okay. Very perfect is not generated correct. That's funny. Yeah, perfect is supposed to be 100%, so you can't really have it more perfect, right? Perfect is already superlative, right? It's the most superlative. So, most superlative form, I should say. So you can't really make it very perfect, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Let's see. Why does kick the bucket mean passed away? That one's actually kind of a weird story. Hold on, let me check my etymology. I think I remember it, but just to refresh my memory. Okay, so let's see. One moment. So, kick the bucket is a term that we usually use when we're kind of joking about dying, right? So, it's been used since about the 18th century, and it originates from the Catholic Church, actually. When a person died, they would put a bucket of holy water at their feet so that mourners could spray the holy water on the person, right? So in the Catholic Church a long time ago, if you died, then they would put a bucket of holy water in front of you and people could walk by and spray you with holy water, right? So the phrase actually doesn't mean to kick it. It just means to have it near your feet, right? Like you possibly could kick the bucket, which means you've died because there's a bucket by your feet, okay? But there is another theory also that's kind of sick because history and etymology are not always clear, right? So there's another theory that it has to do with either animals or people when they would kill animals or kill people. Sometimes when they would kill animals for food, right, for slaughtering an animal, they would, let's see, it says bucket meant beam. When the animal was hanged by their feet for slaughter, it would kick the beam. So a long time ago in England, the word bucket used to mean a beam, like a very long piece of wood up on, the ceiling, part of the ceiling. And when they would kill an animal for slaughter, they would hang it by the beam. And so when you would kill it, it would kick the bucket. That's one other theory. And the third and worst one is the theory that when they would hang people, a public hanging, they used to stand on a bucket, right? And you'd have the rope around your neck and they would kick the bucket out from under you and you would hang. Okay? So there are three possible histories of where that word comes from. Nobody's quite sure which one is correct. Can I speak Chinese? 我不会说中文，为什么你问我这个问题？我觉得只是奇怪。Thank you, Angela. How to avoid being a perfectionist. Recognize that perfection doesn't exist, although it's good to try. It's always good to seek perfection, but you have to understand that it doesn't exist. So on the one hand, you should try to seek it. On the other hand, you should understand it's impossible to get there, right? And sometimes some things are best done simply. Okay? Am I a Chinese language teacher? No, I'm an English teacher. Hello, Peter Anish. I don't think I recognize you, but good to see you again. Guys, it's just about time for me to go, so I definitely don't have time to talk with anybody today. You got suspended. Why did you get suspended, Peter? Oh, false allegations. Okay. That's weird. Can you learn 2 different languages at the same time? Of course you can, Seema. It's not always easy. It's not always a good idea, but it also depends on you personally, if you have a good ability to learn languages. And it also depends on which languages you're learning. If you're learning Spanish and Italian, those are pretty similar languages. If you're learning Chinese and French, those are pretty different. So it depends on which languages you're learning. Russian and English, and you're Turkish. So I actually think that that's possible because I think that your accent, you'll be able to get a Russian accent without too much trouble, I think. And there are many Russian words that derive from Latin, just like English words derive from Latin. Right? So a lot of Russian words sound a lot like English words. Okay, so the bucket list. Yeah, they're related, Bellin. Yeah, a bucket list means things that you want to do before you kick the bucket. Yeah. Okay, so listen, everybody, it's 12 o'clock. It's time for me to go. I have been here for an hour and 26 minutes, and I really want to try to keep my live streams a little shorter recently. You know, I always go too long. Sometimes my live streams are 3 hours, 4 hours long, and honestly, that's too much for me. I need to keep them shorter. I have a lot to do. I'm a busy man, and sometimes I think I push myself too much, and I burn myself out because I spend too much time here. Okay, so if you want to come and see me, here's the thing. If you want to come to my live streams, then you must be on time. Be here when my stream starts. Okay? Don't come late and then ask me at the end to come talk to you. Okay? Come at the beginning. All right? I'm going to create a new schedule very soon, and I'm going to post it on my website. You can go to my website and find my schedule. If you want to know my schedule, you must go to my website to find it. Okay? And I will be here more often, but I will have shorter streams and voice streams. About an hour and a half is what I'm going to try to do from now on. Okay? Because I want to publish these. This is going on YouTube. An hour and a half is plenty. My voice rooms are published as a podcast. An hour and a half is perfect. Okay? Mona wants to know, what is the lamest thing I've done in my life? What does lamest mean? Is it a common word in America? To be lame means to be stupid. Yeah, lame can have a couple of meanings. An old meaning of it means injured, right? If you're lame, it means maybe you have a lame leg, means maybe you were, shot in the leg in a battle, or you broke your leg when you were a child, and so you don't walk well. But we don't use it that way very much anymore. The common meaning of lame now means kind of stupid and not fun. Like this class is lame. This teacher is lame. Okay? So the lamest thing I've ever done in my life means the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Most boring thing I've ever done in my life. It's kind of like dumb and boring together. And Peter, I'm sorry, Peter, but again, you're going to have to come earlier. Okay? Can I speak Persian? I can say salam. That's it. CD, you need a good English grammar book. Okay, once again, go to my YouTube channel. You can follow me there, and there are many, many videos there. Go to my website, sign up and follow me on my website, okay? And it's time for me to go, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following and participating. Please come back and see me again. Again, if you want lessons, go to my website. You can sign up and you can get lessons from me. Okay, I do private lessons and I can help you, I promise. Okay, but you must pay me. This is free. My lessons are not free. I am a teacher. It's my job. Okay? So, you are welcome, Johannes. Bitte schön. The name of my YouTube channel is right here. Copy that and paste it, and you can go there. Okay? AFIEC English. Okay? All right. Once again, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening wherever you live in the world. Don't forget to be a language warrior. Learning a language is a fight. If you don't fight, you're not going to win. Okay? So, fight the fight. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.